did finish my water. Thank you for asking. I did it again. Third time. F1 at the Cinebarre in Regal Cinebarre Mountlake, one of 3 in the United States of America. It's my 3rd time seeing F1 the movie in theaters. I'm Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, and today is Tuesday, 15 July 2025, and I saw F1 the movie at 11:05 a.m. showing. I was in theater / auditorium 8 this time. So every time I've seen it has been in a different auditorium. This was the best viewing. They put me across from the movie Grease with John Travolta in it. Put me across from that this time. I was Mr. Brad Pitt. My Brad Pitt did that just for me. And it's a movie, F1 the movie is about a guy, it's about Formula One race car driving and a guy who returns to racing after a crash. He takes 30 years off and is like a gambler, a professional gambler. And it's a good movie. I keep coming back. And what do I gotta say for this viewing? So I went with cheese curds, fried cheese curds again. They were getting an order of shipment of food in. The guy said now. So I was gonna go with a Cobb salad in honor of Cobb the gray squirrel at the backyard. But I couldn't do that. They said fried food and popcorn. So and then there's also candy. So I went with and there's alcohol and stuff like that. So I went with the fried cheese curds again, and there were 44 fried cheese curds. This time from Hades. My God, Hades being like, don't forget about Lewis Hamilton. Here, Lewis Hamilton was also in this movie. Not as like a leading character. And I've put my previous coverage of this in the number 9 playlist here on my YouTube channel. And the character played by Damson Idris. So there are 2 people who race for, I call it Mercedes, but it's like a fictitious club, but it's Mercedes. And I'll let my car out because it's kind of hot. That's the door kind of. And his character has the number 9. So they have racing numbers, and the real Lewis Hamilton races with the number 44. So the 44 cheese curds was from my God, Hades. But the Damson Idris character, last name Pierce, Joshua Pierce, is number 9, and then Sonny Hayes, played by my Brad Pitt, number 7. And there's a female character in here, a female technical director for this team, and there's kind of like a romance that blossoms between her and the Sonny Hayes character. And I was like, you know, for me, my Brad Pitt, the dynamic would be a bit different. Me being the builder of his Formula One race car. And you guys go, how so? And I'll be like, okay, in real life, there's a scene towards the beginning where both Sonny and Joshua are signed on to compete for the same club. And they have contact and kind of crash on the course. And you know, in the movie, Brad Pitt does an excellent delivery, and he is kind of like, he really excelled in his performance. There was a little bit of anger that came through on screen, and I was like, see, what would happen is I would build him a car, and he would take it out there, and I'd be like, don't do blank, blank, or blank, and he would do blank number 2 out on the race course, and I would be like, I told you not to do that. And that little anger, that spark of anger in his performance on the screen would really be like, you told me what? You know, you told me to do, not do what? Oh, look, it does that. How's that for your laws of physics? So, there we go. Oh, and Brad Pitt, he is number white 7 on a black spade, and the black spade comes, and Joshua Pierce is a plain black 9. Aligns with my color number scheme. But the black spade of my Brad Pitt, the Sonny Hayes character, comes from, I played Hearts. I had a PC a desktop computer growing up with the Windows operating system, and when I got really bored, I'd play the game Hearts, the card game Hearts on the computer, and my favorite of the suits was the spade. And my Brad Pitt was the only one of my soulmates who figured it out like that before I made this video and said it here. So there you go. Those are my movie notes. Oh, matinee. So I did $11.77 with tip and tax for the cheese curds this time, and the matinee price pre-tax is $11.99. and then with tax it's $14.16, and the regular ticket is $15.49, and the matinee is before a certain time in the day. So it even with tax, the ticket is less than a normal movie ticket, like evening showing. So there we go. That's the morning viewings, or can think of it as overflow seating business model for the later viewings. And very related, cop says they didn't have my salad. As the squirrels say, I'm gonna have to go and get that PhD in zoology at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, so I can figure out how to get them in for one of these showings. Thank you for joining me today.